Hey guys, Ricardo with Phastek.com. An easy and effective way to prevent a lot of body sway in your 5th Gen Camaro during hard cornering or even daily cornering life is to add a good set of sway bars. So today we're going to be installing the BMR front and rear sway bars to help improve the handling of our 2010 Camaro. BMR suspension sway bars are constructed out of 29mm DOM steel tubing with welded billet end caps for extra strength. Here I have for you the red powder coated version, but these sway bars are also available in a black hammer tone color that BMR offers. The 3 different preload adjustments allow for different levels of stiffness to get you the suspension tuning you need. As for the installation, we are going to use a lift since we are going to have to do some maneuvering to get the front sway bar out and get the BMR one in place. The rear sway bar will be easily done since all we have to do is work around the exhaust system. With the car lifted and set properly, we can remove the tires to give us some extra room to maneuver the sway bars out and into place. Starting with the front sway bar, we are going to unbolt the upper sway bar mounts that are connected to the subframe. This can best be done through the engine bay. The 4 13mm nuts will need to be removed along with the factory brackets. Then we can disconnect the end links from the factory sway bar on each side. With the factory sway bar loose, we can then remove the lower engine mount nuts from the subframe. This will allow us to lift the engine, giving us extra room to get the factory sway bar out and the BMR one in place. Then carefully guide the factory sway bar out from the subframe. This can be done on either the driver or passenger side, following the same process. Reinstallation will simply be a reverse order of the removal. Carefully guide the BMR sway bar with the bushings installed through the subframe and install the provided bushing saddles to hold it in place. Use the factory bolts to hold the sway bar in place. Lower the engine and reinstall the factory engine mount nuts. Alright guys, with the BMR sway bar in place, we were going to go ahead and reuse the factory end links, but we noticed that they looked a little bit worn out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and swap them out for the much thicker and much improved BMR end links. For the end links, simply install in the factory location using the provided hardware and tighten them down. For the rear sway bar, we are going to start by unbolting the factory end links from the factory sway bar and setting them aside. Then we can remove the factory bolts holding the sway bar in place. Doing this will loosen the sway bar from the subframe. With the sway bar loose, we can then feed it through and remove it from one side of the car. Reinstall the BMR sway bar the same way we removed the factory sway bar. Use the provided saddle brackets to hold the sway bar in place, with the factory bolts being reused. Install the new end links to the control arm and then the sway bar. Tighten them in place to complete the installation. There you have it, guys. With everything tightened down, we can take a quick look at those bright red clean sway bars. Get the wheels and tires back on and take this thing around some corners. Now, as for the 3 different adjustments on the sway bars, the outer portion of the mounting bracket is the softest, closest to stock. The middle will be neutral, which is where we will be most of the time, and the inner will be the stiffest setting. As always, thank you for watching. If you would like any more information about these products, go ahead and click the link in the description. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for our future videos.